Hi guys, my name is Borro Dante, and welcome back to Cemetery Love. So let's see what you guys said in the comments. The first idea I really liked was the one that we should probably zoom out a little bit. Or should it look the opposite, right? Yeah, that sends a message. Some more cool ideas that you guys proposed are we should make the sky a bit more interesting, maybe with something going on in the middle, maybe even in the shape of a heart. That's kind of a cool idea. Like a vague kind of heart that you see only if you want to see it. Someone said specifically that. So we'll add that, especially in the context of this being probably early morning. An early morning sky won't be like flat lit everywhere the same way. It will be brighter at the horizon, so we'll probably do that. It'll give us a chance to make the lighting a bit more dynamic, which is always good. We should remove some of the petals of the flower so it would look as messed up as the original one was, because you guys seem to really like the original idea of this, and I do too, so let's keep that. The lady's ear is too small, let's make it bigger. A lot of debate on this gravestone in the middle. Some people say I should remove it because it looks kind of weird and brings too much attention to the fact that they're like standing in front of it. It's in the middle of the composition, so does it like mean something that they're in front of this or what? But I actually thought it was a good idea, even if it doesn't mean anything. Usually in cartoons and stuff like that, they do this kind of composition just to bring an extra punch to the whole storytelling. Even though this is not an important gravestone, they would be standing in front of a gravestone because they are at a cemetery. So it kind of brings this kind of cartoonish context to it that I liked, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll remove it and do something else. First we need to zoom out and see what we get there. Zooming out will bring a lot of advantages to us and solve some stuff that I had in the original here. I squished a lot of stuff at the very edges of the composition because there was no space to show anything about the cemetery around the characters because they took almost all of the screen space. So we'll see what we have here and probably get rid of this thing or change it a lot to make it very different. A good idea to maybe change the way the chin of the guy is going on. Like, we obviously see that there is a profound chin, profound jaw, but it's actually hidden inside of the color of his shirt, which is really weird. Like, the lady's jaw is hidden because she pressed it like this, like a lot. And this guy has a chin that has no reason to be pressed, yet it's still under the color. Why? Is he literally standing like this? That's not normal, even for him. So yeah, let's change this stuff. I hope I'll be able to change it the way that the dude will still look like himself. So yeah, these are the main ideas for now. Let's keep working. Let's start with zooming out and thinking on the big shapes, then on the smaller fixes, and just keep on rendering and see what we get. Alright, so I think I did all the fixes I wanted to do. So we did zoom out. The flower does have a lot less petals now. Also, I added some dark spots around the flower to highlight its silhouette. And same thing goes for the lady's back. In the new version, there's more air perspective behind her back, so her darker dress would stand out more from the lighter background. So yeah, a bunch of other small fixes. I also remembered many of you guys said that the red was still a bit too saturated, which is a thing that I was talking about, that in the cold gamma of this kind of like cloudy weather, red color can't be that bright. It looks weird as if it's glowing. So I toned it down and you guys said to do it even more now, so I think this looks much more natural. Actually, when red fits the actual gamma, the whole thing starts to work much better altogether. Interesting. So yeah, after zooming out, I removed some of the buildings from the back, mostly from the right side, but added one on the very left though, because something you guys also said that there was too much buildings around the cemetery. We can justify a few because there could be like a church, some kind of, what is it, like coffin making I don't know, or a little house for the graveyard keeper. That would make sense as well, right? And the sky, the clouds are really improving right now, I think. This dynamics of darker clouds at the top and really bright, interesting spot at the very center of the composition where the sky is. It really works out so much better, kind of like framing the whole scenario that something is really important around this and not this. So yeah, right now let's render the characters to actually remove all the lines and stuff like that and have them adapted into actual painting style. Maybe not complete level of detail, like not finalized look yet for today, but at least we should definitely get rid of all these older lines and see how the faces will look with mouths actually made out of not just one dark line, but actual shading and ears and everything. So I already started. I fixed the chin of the guy a little bit, still searching for it, but yeah, this is where we're going. Let's continue. Alright, this is it. This is mostly what we introduced to the picture. Not the final result, I'll do the tiny details later, and you'll see that part in the full process video. Worked a lot on the guy, dropped the shading colors pretty much on everything that I'll need. So right now, it's all about just making the color spots more accurate, but generally all the colors are there. This is my favorite way to approach a picture, when first you don't even have to like zoom in and out or anything. This is what I did in the last hour of work to start shading the lady. I was actually always in this scale and just used one somewhat small brush size, and I dropped a whole bunch of spots all over her head and clothing and hair to make sure she's consistent with the rest of the picture, and that I pretty much remove all of the outlines of the cartoonish original. By the way, interesting detail about her outfit, she has special makeup on her right eye, just the way Alex from Clockwork Orange has. So that was a thing I did many years ago, and I didn't notice it at first because I was working with this kind of level of detail with special blurring on top, so I couldn't really understand what was going on. The other explanation could be that these are the stitches on the eye, which didn't seem like something I would do, so I finally realized this was an actual Clockwork Orange reference. So yeah, as usual, tell me guys what you think. Looking forward to see what I'll do with the sky, because right now, like from the very long distance, it kind of looks okay, although not super as well. I'm gonna have to make sure I balance out properly the shapes so they would look satisfying and like clouds. But generally, I think we're there. Ooh, I'll add the black crosses on the tie of the dude. I removed them as I was painting over, so let's do that real quick. Alright, all the outfit elements are in place. By the way, what's interesting, I was kind of struggling with the shape of the color. Generally how this thing is going on. It should kind of like wrap around the cylinder shape of the body like this. But I couldn't really pull it off well because initially the chin was inside of the shirt. It was kind of a problem. So when I fixed the chin, I was able to actually wrap it around and position the arm. So it was bringing a lot of problems with it. This weird thing with the chin. button, like something that is supposed to stick out but doesn't, so it brings literally the shirt with it, and it all looked kind of weird in the end. I think now it's much better. This felt rather fun, although I did feel kind of lousy lately generally, but just sitting around and painting this felt kind of nice. As always, look forward for the full process video, and I will look forward for your comments. And also, I thank you for watching if you did. I guess I did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Embrace the textures. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.